things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Well, you know, I always think pitching and defense are keys to success in the long run. As we take a look at their arms, I see a lot of reason for optimism. A lot can happen over the course of the season, but if these guys stay healthy and pitch to their abilities, they should be in pretty good shape.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 Arizona Diamondbacks.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. Harold, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Well, Matt, this is one of those throwback lineups for me. I mean, you're talking about speed from top to bottom. They will bunt. They will hit and run. They'll play that small ball game and go after you. But also, you leave a guy at second and you blink, he's on third. They love to run. They're coming after you.
Zach Greinke gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, this guy's not going to blow you away. He's a consistent major league pitcher. Look, his ERA last year a little bit over 4, but he takes the baseball. And he's a guy that's going to take his lumps, but he's going to keep coming back at you. And I think we'll probably see that kind of performance today. Well, let's take a look at the Diamondbacks defense, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking at third baseman Jake Lamb. Now, they put him in the outfield every now and then, but he's primarily a third baseman. I think he surprised a lot of people coming out of the University of Washington. They didn't think he was going to have this kind of power. He's not only got power, he's got good range defensively as well.
So digging in now, Eduardo Nunez. He will lead this one off today. And the first pitch of the ball game is taken for a called strike one, and a new season of baseball is underway. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is on the ground over to first. Oh, what a stop on the slide. It's in time.
Out in second, the right fielder, number 8, Hunter Pence.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. Career line against Greinke, 7 hits in 31 tries. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And just a Chamber of Commerce afternoon for baseball. 82 degrees here at first pitch. 1 out, nobody on. This ball will be chopped foul. The 0-2 home. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
That is a tough pitch to lay off of. Look, it looks just like a fastball. You're down 1-2. You think he's going to challenge you with the heater, and he pulls the string, and he laid off it. I mean, the delivery looked like a fastball. Great eyes.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matt, it seems like Drummond is pretty reasonable back there. He's consistent. You don't see many guys rubbernecking calls on him.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. First chance for him here in the top of the 1st with nobody on. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
He might want that pitch back up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
That's ball 3.
This is a good at bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Fastball in there, 3-2.
3-2.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
Batting 4th, shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. First pitch on its way.
Nope.
And that one stayed up a little high. One and 0 pitch on the way. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Seems like he's really having a tough time finding that rhythm right here in the 1st inning. He walked a guy. Now he's falling behind this hitter. He better figure it out quick.
A runner on first with 2 away. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Peralta's under it. And the inning is over. Good first inning that time for Zach Greinke. Nothing for the Giants in their first try. D-backs coming up on MLB Network. Take a look at the hometown Diamondbacks lineup card. Harold, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matt, this is a hitter's ballpark. I mean, you hit the ground ball, it's going to go through because the infield is fast, but it's the ball up in the zone. If you touch it, it's going to carry. So why not be aggressive? Look for that ball up and let it fly.
Madison Bumgarner is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. What's your take on him, H?
Matt, last year he was one of the better pitchers in all of baseball. ERA under 3, and as a starting pitcher to have an ERA under 3, that tells you a lot about how good and durable he is. So I'm looking for him to have another big season, and maybe that starts with this game right here. All right, time for majestic defensive alignment for the Giants. And I'm looking down there at Brandon Belt. You know, this guy has really solidified himself in the middle of the Giants' order. You weren't sure how he was going to hit, but one thing you did know, he was going to be able to defend. And that defense is one of the best in the league because of Brandon Belt.
Stepping into the box, David Peralta. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Set to deliver on 3-0. Takes a knee-high fastball. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. He pulls this one into right. Base hit, and that's their first of the new campaign.
Well, this is the recipe they want. Their pitcher comes out, throws a scoreless top of the first, and then you get a leadoff single to start the bottom of the inning. Good start.
Digging in now, Yasmani Tomas. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. Hence is there, one away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Batting third, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Digging in, Paul Goldschmidt. First chance for him here with a runner at first and one gone. Here's a slider to start things out, but it misses by a few inches or so. It's ball one.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and in unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Big swing and a miss at the changeup, a ball and a strike.
Well, that's a true indicator he's looking for a fastball in. He wanted to spin to win right there, knock one as far as he could. He got the off-speed pitch inside, and he pulled off of it.
Grounded back up the middle. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Well, he hit that ball hard right there. I think he got a little bit lucky. If it's at somebody, probably a double play ball instead of a single.
A.J. Pollard.
Into the box now, A.J. Pollard, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner, 11 hits in 43 tries. He also has one home run. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball.
Well, they got him in the rocking chair right now. A little changeup, follow up with the fastball. He's a little late with that swing. I may go back with another changeup.
And another foul ball. Skied into straightaway right. Pence on the run. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll take those extra 90 feet, so put runners at the corners now with two gone in the inning.
Third baseman.
Coming to the plate now, Jake Lamb. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. This one's flared out toward left. In comes Williamson. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks strand a pair. Still no score. Here's Bud. He'll lead it off against Zach Greinke to open up the inning.
Catcher, Buster Posey.
Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number one.
Hey, every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. Career line against Greinke. 14 hits in 46 tries. He's taken him deep once. Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Late square, and this is popped up. Greinke is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Batting seventh, second baseman.
Here's Joe Panik. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a swing, and he popped him up. Oh my goodness, 3 in a row. Ahmed is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. Good work there by Zach Greinke. Still nothing. Brandon Drury will bat next. He'll begin things here against Madison Bumgarner.
Second baseman, Brandon Drury.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with a slider. Here comes Bumgarner, 2-0. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
Here it comes on 3-0. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. First offering on its way. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. This is in the air out to right field. Pence has a read on it. 1 out.
Batting 8th, the shortstop, Nick Ahmed.
Now at the plate, Nick Ahmed. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
0-1.
Strike 2.
Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but those are 2 good pitchers' pitches. Both on the inside half, both for strikes. There's nothing you can do with it. You just got to hope now you get something to hit.
Takes something off, but it's 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Man, this at bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. Stepping in, Zach Greinke.
Pitcher, Zach Greinke.
Bumgarner sets. Here's the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. Bottom of the second here with no score. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. From the belt, the pitch. In for strike two. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Williamson looks up, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So a 2-run shot to left center. First home run of the campaign for him. And Arizona moves out in front now 2-0.
Well, he clearly didn't miss that pitch. He's so strong. If you look at the extension on that ball, he just really muscled that ball to the ballpark when it comes down to it.
Into the box, David Peralta.
David Peralta.
As Bumgarner gets ahead of him with strike 1. Second at bat here. He reached via a single to lead off the home first. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Pitch on the way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Belt in foul ground, and that retires the side. But the Diamondbacks pick up a couple courtesy of this 2-run home run. We've played 2. It's now 2-0 Arizona. Back now in the desert Southwest, set for the top of the 3rd from Chase Field in Phoenix. Now batting, Mac Williamson. He'll stand in to open things up here in the 3rd.
Mac Williamson.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Now the pitch. Ball 2 now. 3-0 now.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
And he thought that was ball 4, but it's called a strike. 3-1 now. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Batting 9th.
So stepping in, Madison Bumgarner. And we'll likely see him square around to bunt. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time. Nobody out, runner on first. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Oh, he's looking pretty good right now. Look, that was a nice swing, following the changeup. He just couldn't put it in play.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Digging in to try it again, Eduardo Nunez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Nunez.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Well, I like that, taking that strike right there. Look, he's already walked a couple guys early. He's not throwing the ball consistently in the zone. You have to be patient and make him work.
This is line to left, and that's the first hit in this one for the Giants.
Well, there's another single. Now they're first and second with one out. You better get this guy early, though. That's what the good ones do. They settle in. You better take advantage while you have him in trouble.
In now, Hunter Pence. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Runners are at first and second with one away. And here's a swing and a miss that time by Pence as he falls behind here, 0-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Well, I think he's trying to get that two-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. Ready for another chance? Brandon Belt. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Well, he's got himself in a little bit of a jam, but I tell you what, he does a good job as anybody. First and second, 2 outs. Now watch how he pitches on the corners and tries to get himself out of this.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Looks at a curveball called for a strike.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
Here's the 0-2. Hit on the ground to short. Ahmed has it. Throw on to first, and the Giants will be turned away here as that ends the inning. Giants leave a couple. They trail things here 2-0. Here's Yasmani Tomas. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks. Right fielder.
Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And they'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Now here it comes. Hit hard to short. There is Crawford. And he's retired, 1 away.
First baseman, number
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Paul Goldschmidt. He singled his last time up. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Now here's the pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Well, we always expect him, if he's got 2 hits in the hit column, something's going to be over the boards. But hey, he'll take the 2 singles. Not complaining.
And he'll snap one over to first. And he just manages to get his hand in. Standing in now, A.J. Pollock pitches a cold strike to throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. comes set, and the 0-1. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses. 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And that one stayed too low, apparently. He's set. Here's the 2-2. In front of the changeup there, as this is chopped foul at home plate. 1 out and a runner on second base. Again, he sends it out of play. Another 2-2 offering. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
This is a really good at bat. This is the kind that you go back to the dugout, regardless of the outcome. They go, great AB, man, great AB.
Full count. Here it comes. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, Jake Lamb. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And the first pitch is chopped foul at the plate at strike 1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Well, no surprise on that one. That's the classic slider down the way, trying to get him to chase on that 0-2 pitch.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Brandon Drury will bat
now
next.
Batting.
No
Second
official
baseman.
at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Bumgarner sets. Here comes the first pitch. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. 2 down, runners at first and second. On the ground to third. Reined in. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Here's the shortstop. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
Here's Greinke back to work now as he jumps ahead of the first man to greet him. It's strike 1.
Well, he's really having good success in this game. And, you know, looking at it, you go, how's he doing it? Well, it's surely not the first pitch strike. I mean, he's a little over 60% first pitch strikes. That's good. It's not great. For the type of success he's having, you can't figure it out.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Here's Greinke's 1-2. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out.
The catcher, number 28.
Striding in, Buster Posey comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. No problem over there for Goldschmidt, and there are 2 gone now.
Center fielder number 2.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swing and a liner, but a foul ball. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Next pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one.
I like how he wasted that pitch. It was close enough to tempt the hitter to swing, but now you got him thinking, will he come back with another fastball? You got him set up. Off speed, hard pitch, anything now.
And Lamb will put this one away, and that ends the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Chris Iannetta. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Chris Iannetta.
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
He's having a really good game. He's over 70% first pitch strike. When you get that first pitch strike, now it opens up the whole strike zone, and that's why a pitcher can dominate, and he's doing that in this game.
1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Curveball that time, not even close. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Williamson is under this one, and he's got it for out number 1. Now at the plate, Nick Ahmed. He got called out on strikes his last time through. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And I believe he broke the plane of the plate there. He most certainly did. It's a ball and a strike. Now here's the pitch. Down the third baseline. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Right side. Fielded cleanly by Belt. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Zach Greinke. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Look out. A fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
That's old school baseball right there, boy. Woo! Last at bat, he hits a home run off him. This time, take the plate back. First pitch and knock him off the plate. That's old school. That's my plate.
Bumgarner's ready. Here's the 1-1. And there's ball 2 now. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. David Peralta would be next. Swing and a liner. Foul. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Another one sent foul. 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. And he lays off here. It's ball 4. And that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, David Peralta. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory. And that into the box now. Joe Panik. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Second baseman Joe Panik.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1.
He hasn't used that pitch much this game. That's one he's been working on the bullpen, and now he's brought it into the game. If he's able to incorporate that in his stuff, look out.
Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. A shot down the first baseline. A dive by Goldschmidt. Got him. And that's a huge play to keep the leadoff man off base.
Left fielder Mac Williamson.
And the versatile Mac Williamson hits next. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1.
Now, Matt, this is the tough part of being the 8-hitter. That falls right down the middle. So it makes me wonder, is he trying to give his pitcher a breather, or is he just not being aggressive? With the pitcher hitting behind you, you get a ball groove, you got to take a big hack.
And he'll squeeze this one for the second out.
The pitcher, number 40, Madison Bumgarner.
Digging in, Madison Bumgarner comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Hit in the air out to right. Tomas on the move, and the inning is over. Giants down in. Ready once again, Yasmani Tomas. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
Yasmani Tomas.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Williamson's under it. One away.
The first baseman, number 44.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. Pitch on the way. Drops in a strike to start the at bat. 0-1.
I like that curveball right there. You know he's setting fastball. He wants to ambush one, jump it right out of the yard, and you drop the curveball on him. Got an 0-1 count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Well, that's not a good pitch for him to hit. Look, this fella's got so much power, but you got to bring the pitch into the zone. Chasing that one there, right there, I'd go back and throw it to him again.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Into the box now, A.J. Pollock. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Two runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And he'll get in there safely.
Great execution. You hit it where it's thrown, right? That ball's thrown right up the middle. He hit it right back up the middle. A lot of hits in the middle.
Jake Lamb standing in now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. He's set, and the pitch. And a slider is way low, but a good job there to knock this one down. A man on third with 2 down. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third one. 3 in a row.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And a good pitch there, but it's taken for a ball, and it's 2-2 to the Arizona third baseman.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. 1 left for Arizona, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Digging in and looking for more, Eduardo Nunez. He'll start things out in their half of the sixth as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Out of play.
I like the pitch right there. 2-strike fastball out of the zone. See if he'll chase. I'd go even further out this time. See if he chases it again.
Another 0-2 from Greinke. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Hey, good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Drury backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
The right fielder, number 8, Hunter Pence.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
Number 9, Brandon Belt.
Digging in to try it again, Brandon Belt. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And now some action in that Arizona bullpen as it looks like they'll have both a lefty and a righty up to throw. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Belt on his way to second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Well, the pitcher can't really worry about that one. I mean, it was only their second hit of the game, so he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
Into the box, Brandon Crawford, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 1-0 delivery. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Tough situation for him right here. I mean, he's got an open base, so he doesn't have to give in to this guy, but there's definitely danger looming on deck, so you can't just completely work around him either.
He's set, and the 2-0 pitch. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, you just give up a double. Now you're down 3-0 in the count. Look, there's no need to challenge this guy right here. I'm looking to the on-deck circle, and I'm going to go ahead and walk this guy, nibble, make him chase, something different, because I want that hitter on the on-deck circle.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Buster Posey stands in as he looks at a called strike.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
0-1 count and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strike.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Looking up is Peralta, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A 3-run home run off the bat of Buster Posey. First home run of the campaign for him, as the Giants now take a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, he is kicking himself right now. He worked his tail off to get out of that jam and was 1 strike away from getting there, and then boom, all that work goes to waste. From 0 damage to a 3-run homer in the blink of an eye.
Stepping in now, Denard Span, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Chop foul right by home plate, and it's a ball and a strike.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I think, Matt, that was a result of the fastball the pitch before. He's throwing so hard, you got to honor that fastball in that situation.
Greinke ready now, the 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Tomas racing back. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. One more look at the big blow for the Giants. Bye-bye, baby. A 3-run home run. Through 5.5. It's now 3-2 San Francisco. Ready for another chance? Brandon Drury, 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far.
Brandon Drury.
First delivery to him on the way. And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And he misses again. 2-0. 2-0 pitch on the way. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Shot toward right center. And this inning starts with a solid base hit.
Well, no surprise, another single to lead off the inning here late in the game, but they haven't had a lot of runs. They've got a lot of hits today, but they haven't been able to put things together. I guess I give a little credit to the pitching staff, not allowing consecutive hits to hurt them.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. To short, hit hard. A diving effort as it's off his glove. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Oh, what a play. Now, you got to rule that a base hit, but, man, the shortstop made a great effort on that just to knock the ball down. But that's going to be ruled a hit, no doubt about it.
Now here comes Bruce Bochy out of the Giants dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to do it here today for Madison Bumgarner. So as he departs, his fate is still up in the air. He could stand to win it. He could get a no decision. He could even be on the hook for the loss if both runners come around to score. Corey Guerin comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are two on here with nobody out.
Corey Guerin.
Nick Ahmed will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with two on and nobody out here. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one.
Boy, man, I tell you, that looked like a good pitch right there. That looked like that pitch was in the zone. He just missed it.
3-2's our score here in inning number 6. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got two guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Late that time for a strike. Set to deliver on 2-1. And he misses again, ball 3.
There isn't a hitter alive that doesn't love hitting in fastball counts like 3-1. It's usually a pretty fruitful count in terms of getting a pitch to drive.
Set. Here's the 3-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with two men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Ketel Marte will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 4, Ketel Marte.
Low for ball 1.
This situation right here, 1-0 with the bases loaded, you got to stay patient. Just be specific and patient. Get your pitch, but make sure it's where you want it.
And it looks now like a right-hander's getting hot in the Giants bullpen. The 1-0 delivery. Squared that one up just a little late. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride it back.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And that lead disappears with it as this is now a 3-3 ball game.
Well, that's a nice hit. We're right back where we started with that RBI base hit. The game is tied.
In now, David Peralta, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Hard hit ball to second. To Crawford for 1. On to Belt, and they turn to a double play.
A bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. One run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
Here's Yasmani Tomas. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss it. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Outside, 2-1.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Two-one, here it is. This is driven to right, and no doubt about it, that one's way out of here, and it's gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, and it's now 6-3.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on.
The first baseman, number 44, Paul.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit.
Well, that's his 3rd hit of the night, and are you surprised? That's 3 singles. Now sits 3 for 4 with 3 singles. Not a bad night.
Standing in now, A.J. Pollard. As he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1.